Let's have a fun episode with Nog and merriment, shall we? Welcome back, friends. It's Anders. Today we are going to be making 3 eggnogs. The first one I'm going to make is my go-to single-serve nog that you can actually tweak, and it's a good template to have. But I'm also going to make 2 other nogs that are different, unique, if you're looking for something a bit more involved. One of them is actually aged. Can you believe it? Aged egg and cream. I've never had it, so I was very curious. So a few months ago, I started making eggnog, put it in a jar, and I've been aging it ever since. And I'm gonna drink it today. Let's dive right in, shall we? Okay. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for more sips, tips, and recipes. And let's go drink some eggnog. To the bar. Number 1 is my easy to make Go-To Nog. I did this on the channel once before. That recipe has both rum and sherry in it. The thing is, you can swap out those boozes. What's important is the sherry, but that rum, you could do whiskey, you could switch it out for cognac, whatever you want. Today, I'm gonna go all sherry. So, to make it, in a shaking tin, start with 1 whole egg. Not the shell, just its contents. To that, add 1.5 ounces of an Amontillado sherry, or if you want, you could add an Oloroso sherry. You could also add in a little bit of rum, cognac, then add 1 full ounce of a rich Demerara syrup, 2 ounces of half and half, dry shake without ice to emulsify that egg, then add ice and give it a shake for about 15 seconds. Double strain into a chilled glass, top with grated nutmeg. Preferably an antique vessel, which this is. Don't be looking for links for this glass because it belonged to my great-grandmother. She wouldn't want me selling it. She doesn't care. She's long dead. There we have my go-to sherry eggnog. Boop. Cheers. Oh, wait, before I do this, I want something to wipe my face. This is so I don't look like a fool in front of all of you. Cheers. I mean, that's just delicious. I only have eggnog this time of year because this is eggnog season. And it's filled with calories and fat, and it's not good for you. But I do enjoy it, and what I like about this one is that savory sherry. I mean, I'm a huge sherry fan, that's no secret. So this with the egg, a little touch of salt, is just a treat. Silky smooth, it's fluffy, I like the spicy nutmeg on the nose. It's Christmas or the holidays, Hanukkah, Festivus for the rest of us. It's all of those things in one vessel. And if you only want one, you make one. You want another one, you make another one. On to number 2, General Harrison's Nog. Not George Harrison, General Harrison. That's right. General Harrison's eggnog is really old. It is in the original Bartender's Guide by that guy. Yeah, thank you, Jerry Thomas. So that's old. We're talking 1862. None of us remember that date. Now here's the deal. I don't really think of it as an eggnog. I think of it more of as a flip because it has egg, but it doesn't have milk or cream like dairy. Instead, it calls for hard cider. Now there are a number of different recipes here. I didn't see any recipes that called for rum, but everybody else is moving things around, so I wanted to make a rum-based apple eggnog. Weird. Once again, in a shaking tin, we can start with 1 egg. To that, add 1 ounce of a dark rum, 1/4 ounce of an allspice liqueur, and 1/2 ounce of a rich Demerara syrup. Stop there. At this point, we're gonna dry shake. So no ice, shake it up for about 10-15 seconds or so. We really want to emulsify that egg. This is a crucial part. Here's what we're gonna do next. Before we add the ice, we are gonna add 3 ounces of a dry, hard cider, or cider. Now pay close attention. There are bubbles in this cider. We are going to add ice and shake this up, but this is really tricky because when something carbonated is shaken up in a shaking tin, it wants to expand forcefully and fast. In fact, when I was prepping this, it blew up in my kitchen. No joke, Oz had to come and help me clean up because I was covered in eggnog. But I didn't give up because I wanted to give you this recipe. Why we're shaking this, by the way, is to get rid of some of those bubbles, to flatten it out. Be sure that you seal your shaking tin and very carefully shake it up for about 15 seconds or so. Have 1 hand on each side of the shaking tin. Set it down, open it carefully, and let all of that pressure out. But look, it looks like eggnog inside. Double strain into a lowball glass, top with grated nutmeg once again. There we have my take on General Harrison's eggnog. Cheers. Yeah, that is different. This I would not think of as eggnog, although it's very eggnog-y. It's a little bit thinner because we don't have that cream in there. You get that eggnog richness and you get the nice rum flavor, which I really like with this. A warming spice from the allspice as well as the nutmeg on top, and then a dry appley finish, which is unexpected. And I gotta say, I kind of like it. Oz, would you like to try it?
Yes, I would like to try it. Oh, it's kind of good actually.
It is, right? If you'd like, if you want to play it safe, you can hang on to the cider and add it later. Like after you shake with the ice, pour it in and then top it off with the cider. And it's gonna taste just as good, but it is going to have a very different texture. It's gonna be fizzier. I wanted more of that smooth, creamy texture. On to the last one. This one is a bit more involved. This is the aged eggnog. And I'm going to give credit where credit is due. This is actually pretty popular. It was created by Alton Brown. Now, I've been a fan of Alton Brown since the early days of Good Eats. This recipe is not my variation on that. It's not riffed upon because we are aging it and I want to play it safe. So I am following Alton Brown's rules here and we're making his recipe. I made this a couple months ago. I've got it ready to go in jars. I'm gonna taste it in a moment, but first I'm gonna show you how I made it. Here, I'm going to make a half batch, which is still gonna be plenty. So start in a bowl with 6 egg yolks. Yolks only. Add ½ pound of granulated sugar and ½ a teaspoon of freshly grated nutmeg. There it is. We're going to whisk this up until it gets lighter in color and it forms a ribbony texture from the whisk. This is gonna take some doing. If you want, you could use an electric mixer, but you will feel less prideful when you're finished. Now, set that aside. In a separate vessel, add 1 cup of half and half, 1 cup of whole milk, and 1 cup of heavy cream. Why we have 3 different dairy things going on here, don't ask me, this is Alton Brown's recipe. He's got it all figured out. To that, we can add ½ a cup or 4 ounces of Jamaican rum, 4 ounces or another ½ cup of cognac, and again, 4 ounces or another ½ cup of bourbon. Now add 1/8 teaspoon of salt. Give that a stir and then slowly whisk the liquid into the egg yolk mixture. Once that's all incorporated, mix it all up. It's ready to go. All we have to do is put this into sterile jars, seal them up, and you can store this in the back of your fridge anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 months to a year. Plus, allegedly. Every so often, give it a shake. At least that's what I did. I don't know how it settles or what happens in there until you're ready to drink it. There it is. Alton Brown's aged eggnog. Cheers. This is what I just made. This is not the aged eggnog, but it's ready to go as soon as you make it. So you could just drink it like this, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to taste it and tell you how it is. Well, definitely the booziest of the batch, which is probably a good thing if you're gonna age it. So this is the moment of truth. This, look right here. I don't know if you can see this. Nog, what was the date? 10/22/24. It's not solid, that's good. I'm actually rather excited. It actually doesn't have much of a nose. Looks like eggnog. So it's not whipped like the other ones. Little nutmeg on top. Gotta do it. And there it is, the 2-month-old aged eggnog. Now I've seen videos of people having aged eggnog for a year plus and they're still making videos, so hopefully this doesn't kill me. Cheers. Wow, I mean, it's good. Aging it has made it better. Flavors have come together. It is buttery, it's calmed down. It's not as hot and as bright as when you first make it. Would you like to try this?
I'm scared.
Oz is not a nog person.
Oh. I thought it would.
What were you expecting?
I thought it would taste horrible, but it tastes good.
No, it tastes good. I would say this, if you're gonna make it, age it a little bit. Keep it cold, definitely. Actually, all of these you wanna drink cold. You could make a hot nog if you wanted, in which case I would recommend checking out the Tom and Jerry episode we did. I think I'm wearing the same shirt, actually. This was the eggnog episode we were all waiting for. Am I right? Thank you for watching. Don't forget your merch, sign up for the newsletter. Happy holidays, everybody. I need water now. I'll see you next time. Cheers.